The epic format, for lack of a better term, is in shambles, and Ludia claims that their newest asset might shake it up more than we've imagined. Alioramus, a medium theropod that hypothetically should be able to take on almost any threat in the epic format. At least, that's what Ludia claims. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at this thing's stats, abilities, combat potential, and finally bringing forth a verdict at the end of the analysis to determine if Ludia's word actually holds up here. I'm super excited to show this thing. It's got such a beautiful design and some very cool mechanics, so stay tuned, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I absolutely adore this design. If you've watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I really love the Nanotyrannus design. It's pretty paleontologically accurate for what we know now about Nanotyrannus. And for Alioramus, I've known about this thing for a while, but I haven't really gotten into it. And from what I've seen, this is pretty accurate. I do quite like the design. It's got like some feathers that are running along the body and then kind of fades out at the tail. It's got a cool skull shape. I'm pretty sure from what I'm seeing, this is quite accurate. All you paleo nerds can let me know down below. But the stats are what we're looking at today. So it's going to be bringing 3,800 health, 1,400 attack, 119 speed, no armor, 25% crit, and 125 critical damage. I'm not really a big fan of these stats. 3,800 seems way too low, especially when you have Gigant Spino and Blonde in the epic format. 1,400 attack is fine, I guess. I probably would have gone with like 1,550 or just 1,500. In terms of health, I would have gone for something like 4,050, just so you can tank the blonde counter a little bit more. But in terms of the rest of the stats, it's not terrible. I probably could have used like 10% armor, but who's one to judge here? Anyway, let's get on to the abilities. Yeah, so Alioramus doesn't really have the best abilities. It's going to be bringing Cunning Strike, Cunning Rampage, Devour, and then a new ability called Rending Deceleration, which gives you a 75% chance to dodge, afflicts all resistances for 50%, rends for 60%, bypassing dodge, and then you decrease their speed for 2 turns. And then you'll also be getting no escape. So this singular ability right here is the bread and butter of the entire kit. It's kind of lackluster from what I'm seeing now. It's purely cunning, which is nothing wrong with that. I don't mind rending moves that don't do everything, but I mean, I would have imagined Ren would have at least bypassed armor or at least broken shields. That way you can at least come in and maybe revenge kill Gigant Spino. This is really unfortunate because it does have huge potential. If you go for this on Blonde, say, and you open Rending Decel and then you by chance had Instant Cunning, Precise Impact, you probably would have killed it. The Affliction is what's saving it here, but I really don't believe that this is a ability that's gonna be pushing Alioramus to high hopes in the epic format. I mean, there's just way too many things that can abuse it. It doesn't even have like Instant Cunning Strike. I'm not one for Instant Cunning Strike. I don't want this to be an ICS merchant, but something like Determined Strike probably would have been a little bit better for it. Just something that it can use to revenge kill. So I'm not really too big of a fan on this kit, but we'll see how it does with its matchups in Sector 3. Yeah, so testing this out, the team and I absolutely had a field day with this. This is quote-unquote supposed to be the blonde counter, and yet it pretty much loses to absolutely everything. This is sad. I don't know what to tell you. Not only does it barely beat like Animantarix, Oviraptor, Stegoceratops, Megalatops, but like it just gets destroyed by like every significant threat in the epic format. Like it loses to Impello of all things. Fucking Impello, like the absolute GOAT, just somehow manages to come out of the ashes like a phoenix and just kill this thing. You've got Ankylosaurus, you've got Argentarix, which hasn't been seen since like 5000 BCE. You've got, of course, the both Beckle Spinax hybrids. Coelotator is no surprise. Concavenator somehow kills it. Rajasaurus making a surprising entry. Red Titanosaurus. Like it's just, this is sad. This is so sad. I don't know why they took my Beckel Apex suggestions and used like 90% of it, and now we got a healthy meta. But then for whatever reason, the meta that needs it the most, and if it's like likely one of the most unhealthy metas right now, they just didn't run with my suggestion and they just completely left it untouched. My suggestion would have at least killed one or both Beckel hybrids, probably killed Titano, definitely would have killed Giganspino if not crippled it. I mean, speaking of cripple, Alioramus is a crippler. You're going to be using this to either revenge kill or just straight up decimate at least like 2/3 of the HP and then bring something in for a revenge kill. So Panthera stocks are expected to skyrocket now as if they weren't already. So yeah, Alioramus, it's so disappointing. I love it. Why is it that the cool creature always gets the most disappointing matchups? But whatever. We've got enough information now to use, so let's head on over to Sector 4. To say I'm a little disappointed with Alioramus would be a bit of an understatement. It's going to be getting a 2 out of 5 in Synergy, 2 out of 5 in Head-to-Head, 3 out of 5 in Competitiveness, 3.5 out of 5 in Fun, 2.5 out of 5 in Plug and Play, and then 2 out of 5 in the Adjustment Likelihood. Actually, screw that. You could probably bump that up to a 3, but I highly doubt they're going to touch anything in the Epic format because they just haven't done so in years. In terms of a boost profile, shockingly, I'll be giving it 19,412, which gives you 8.4k health, 2,300 damage, and 143 speed. The reason why you want such high health is just so you don't get two-shot by something like Giganspino. At least here, you can tank both the counter and the bracing taunt and impact, and you can still live to see another day. Maybe you can swap in and get a cheap kill, something like that, where you can serve at least a bit of a synergistic role. 143 speed in specific, just because there's nothing really in between 130 and 165. A lot of Panthera and Blonde tend to go in the high 160s, while a lot of the creatures are just below. This does serve as a niche T-Rex killer, because there's a lot of 140 speed T-Rexes now, and T-Rex is actually not too bad. I mean, it's not the best in Epic, but it's got some niche uses for sure, so that's kind of why you want to outspeed it. I think you guarantee outspeed it with this build. I mean, Alioramus in general just really isn't the best Epic, and it's really disappointing, and I really wish that they would have listened. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm rambling at this point and just repeating myself, but it's just such a disappointment because this creature looks so cool. But let me know down below what you guys think, what you would give Alioramus to push it up in the Epic. Give it at least like maybe top 10 treatment. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the battles that I'm about to showcase. Comment down below your suggestions and your thoughts on the current Alioramus. Good luck on ladder, and enjoy the show. So I want to preface this by saying that this audio actually isn't live. This is actually post-audio commentary because I came back from holiday and this footage was recorded before, and apparently I didn't record any audio during these battles. So thank God Alioramus is being released when it is. I hope this is being uploaded on the same day. If not, there's probably some reason why. But I've not really got anything that I want to talk about in particular. And I'm probably not going to bore you with the, Bariothus is going for Blessed Shield Strike while Alioramus is fighting to stay alive with Rending Deceleration. I guess what I want to talk about, World Cup. Probably going to talk about that throughout the next couple videos. Because, oh my god, was this a World Cup to remember. You've got so many highlight games, especially in the rounds of like 32 and onward. So many things happened that I did not expect. Like, for example, who would have thought the third place match would have been, in my opinion, the most fun and intense match I've ever seen. It was a 10 goal fest with a 4-0 lead. Saka being the second or fourth Englishman in World Cup history to hit the hat trick. Jude Bellingham with one of the most impressive final shots I've seen as he takes it from half the court and then dribbles past one of the French players and then breaks the ankles of another and then makes this incredible play into the goal as he just runs it right through and into the back of the net. I came out of this a bigger Jude Bellingham fan than I ever thought I would. I respect Jude Bellingham. I am a huge fan of Real Madrid. Harry Kane is another great player. I think he's brilliant. One of the best strikers in the world. 70 goals, I think, is his current record. So the guy's a beast. Bellingham is just... I see a big future ahead of him. I think he is England's Kylian Mbappe. Basically, in my opinion, I think he is. Saka getting the recognition he oh so deserves, and just the entire match in general. I mean, what? France was down 4-0 in the first half, with them conceding a goal within the first 5 minutes. I think it was like 2.5, 3 minutes where they conceded their first goal to Declan Rice. So, that was crazy. And then Saka comes in with a brace, and then I think there was another player that comes in. I forget what your name is, I'm so sorry. But they come in and just absolutely destroy France. And then in the second half, I don't know what Didier Deschamps did, but he probably went in that locker room and basically said, fuck you. Because this not only was this last game, but I don't think he wanted his last game to be remembered with France going down 7-0. And honestly, it should have been like 7-1 in the first half, with the amount of chances England was getting on them. Like, I'm not even kidding. There was 2 shots, I think, that could have gone in on France's side, but it just reminds me, Olise has 7 assists in this tournament. This, like, the second half alone, he has, like, 3 big chances, and there's one chance where he could have been more like, what, 8 to 9 yards from the goal, and he just wraps it right around. And I'm like, how do you miss? And then he does it again, like, twice before as well. Like, once after, once before. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, France should have honestly been, like, 7-6 second half. But no, Kylian Mbappe makes a great, like, spectacular goal in the 48th minute. Like, I was out for dinner, right? I was completely done with this match. After halftime, I'm like, yep, France is going to lose. So I'm heading out with family. We're walking out of the hotel. And then all of a sudden, goal number 1. Like, we just exited the hotel room and we were kind of walking down the trail to get to the lobby. Like, we haven't even exited the hotel, and boom. France scores their first goal. I'm like, okay, it's 1-4. We're not going to get absolutely humiliated. But in my mind, I'm still thinking this is just going to be a Germany versus Brazil. Like, I'm getting flashbacks to that game where Germany was just being like, boom, goal, goal, goal. And then Brazil gets 1 goal and everyone's just like, yay, I guess. But then as we're walking down the trail, boom, another goal scored by Bradley Barcola. I'm like, hold up a minute. Wait, so Mbappe scores it in 48th. What is it? Barcola hits it at 54. And then we get in the taxi and we're getting to the place we want to eat. And we sit down, another goal. 66th minute, Kylian Mbappe. It's 3-4, right? They've just come back from a 4-0 lead, and now it just looks like they locked in and they're actually trying now. I'm like, hold up, like, you're telling me I will walk out of the hotel, and by the time I walk out, there's 1 goal. By the time I get in the taxi, another goal. By the time I sit down, another goal. I'm like, bro, okay, so the moment I'm out is when you guys decide to lock in. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Kylian Mbappe fan. I love France. I think that they have some of the best all-time players ever. I think Mbappe, when he puts on that French shirt, is a completely different player. He's just so good. And it's not just that, but the entire team as well has just this, like, amazing individual brilliance that I absolutely respect. And obviously Spain won. I came out of this, acknowledging that Spain was the better team. They don't really have any standalone players, but they just fight like a family, and I really, really love that. They play a nasty game. They do. Their possession is nuts. Their tackles are great. DOKURO is one of the best players I've seen in this tournament. I mean, he has not been dribbled on once, I think, and this guy's been doing all the dribbling. You've got players like, I forget what his name is. This is the 19-year-old. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Lamine Yamal, right? He hasn't really been doing too good this tournament. I don't think he has a single goal, but he's contributed a couple passes. He's done really good on his part. So, Spain, I think even the biggest French fan will tell you that if any team in this tournament was going to be France, it was going to be Spain. Just because Spain is already a team that's quite familiar with how France plays. France is a very attacking team, while Spain is a very get the ball and don't let it. Because here's the thing. Any other team that has the ball, like, you're focusing on Mbappe, right? But then you just see like three other fuckers flying at you, that being Dembele, Barcola, or Desiree Doué, or Olise, just coming at you with the ball. Olise is scanning for Dembele or Mbappe. He kicks the ball to them and boom, you get a goal. And then just like that, concede. And then France wins. But France in their game against Spain went pretty much as I expected it to be. I was rooting for them. I was rooting for France. But, yeah, that was a bad game. It didn't even look like France knew what was going on. Like, they just could not get the ball. And it was, like, I talked with my friend Swamp Kid, and he's like, yeah, Spain's just going to win. They're going to get the ball. They're going to do what Spain does best. They're going to pass, touch, pass. And it's just going to be this game where France can't get the ball. And then they win the penalty, and then they get another hit from, like, Mikel Merino. And it, like, oh my goodness, what, like, France just got absolutely, like, dunked on. But then we got a cool game in the third place match. Me personally, I think England versus France would have been a great final. And we did get that, just not in the way I would have hoped. But anyway, back to the France-England game. Like, it was 3-4, Mbappe becomes the highest leading goal scorer in the history of the World Cup. And it, like, the hype was real. Like, the commentators just looked so excited, and watching the extended reels, I'm like, oh my god, is this such a cool moment? Because it looked like France finally got their passion back, and they were finally starting to fight. And goodness gracious, it just, oh my god, that was a match to remember. I think that's probably my favorite match of the entire World Cup this season. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, boom. Like, Saka hits his hat trick. And it was a really cool moment where Jude Bellingham, like, lets Saka get it. Saka does the side stutter step, hits the goal, and Bellingham just looks so ecstatic for him. He just looks so happy. Like, I've never seen someone grin that wide for their teammate. And then they both hug Saka. Kane just absolutely just embraced him. It's a beautiful moment. And then, in the 88th minute, if I remember correctly, Dembele hits it again into the back of the net. Makes it 4-5. I'm like, oh my god, are they fighting for their lives right now? Like, the scoreboard was just, like, in shambles. And then Jude Bellingham with the absolute greatest play I've ever seen, as he takes it from, like, over half the court, brings it into their side, dribbles past one French player, breaks the ankles of another, dribbles past three more, hits it into the back of the net. Boom, 4-6, done, dusted, out of here, and the game ends. And oh my god, like, yeah, I wanted France to win, but I was just so happy because this second half was so entertaining. It was just goal. I can't even walk out of my hotel and there's already 3 goals being made. I'm like, what am I missing? I genuinely thought that was going to be a humiliation match, but no. It ended up being 4-6, 10 goals in a match. Kylian Mbappe walked away with his golden boot. Saka becomes like the 2nd or 4th Englishman in history to hit the hat-trick. Jude Bellingham also becomes, I think, the 2nd Englishman to hit like 7 or 8 goals this entire tournament. It was just a tournament to remember. I'm kind of like ranting. I don't think I have that much longer in the video to be like left. But the Argentina rant's going to happen soon. You guys already know it. I have to talk about him. But I probably couldn't really fit everything into a beta showcase video. I guess some of my more favorite matches of this tournament, if I had to rank it, it'd be number 1, England versus France. Number 2, it'd probably be Cabo Verde versus Argentina. I just think Cabo Verde put up such a great fight. And Vozinha became one of my favorite like goalkeepers or just players in general this tournament. He was so good. I did not expect him. Like, there was multiple times where he was in a 1v1 against Messi, and Messi just couldn't get the ball past him. This guy was blocking shot after shot after shot. It was amazing. And then third place, I'd probably put like Mexico versus England, just because the first half was just absolutely rabid. If you thought France versus England was crazy in the second half, Mexico versus England is basically what that was just in the first half. And then in the second half, things kind of quieted down, and then towards like the end of the game, England were down 10 players. They had to park the bus, which I will get to probably in my next video. But they make it 3-2, and in a similar fashion to France versus England, it was just goal. It was like, what, 3 or 4 goals within the first half, and then the second half is just absolute drama all over the place. Fourth place, I'll probably put Egypt versus Argentina. Fifth place, I'll probably put Norway versus England. You know, I'm seeing a pattern here, actually. It seems like all of the most intense matches in this tournament were coming from England and Argentina. Just because England were going up against really, really good teams, and then Argentina were going up against teams that they should have been winning cleanly, but then they were just struggling against. Cabo Verde, or like Egypt, Switzerland to an extent. I think Switzerland would have won had they actually made it to the penalties. Because Switzerland, in my opinion, are really, really good at penalties. Argentina's kind of been falling flat. It's whatever. I don't really got time to go through this entire World Cup, like I said. So you'll probably see me rant about it a little bit throughout the course of the next few videos. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the Alioramus showcase. Let me know what you guys think of it. I think it's pretty mid. But with that being said, good luck on ladder, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.